What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to SteveBussaGS. We got another scorecard reaction for y'all, and you already know what it is. Let's get it. Yo, we in here, baby. Let's go. Part 2. We ain't got a whole lot to talk about. We gotta eat. Let's get into it. GSGang is Monday. I hope you're happy and healthy. Take a knee, get comfy, get ready. Do me a favor. Run the gauntlet. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the little bell notification guy. We about to get into it, man. If you ain't subscribed at this point, I don't know what else I can do for you. We gonna figure it out, though. We gonna figure it out, baby. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Part 2, we about to get into it. I read the comments, guys. If you took the time to leave a comment, I read every single one of them. Good, bad, love it, hate it. Tell me to go fuck myself. Tell me I'm the best reactor in the world. Don't matter. I appreciate y'all interacting. 3 things in the comment section. Leave your overall score for the album out of a possible 120 points. Leave any one question. If you had a chance to ask Emma any one question, leave what that would be. I may or may not be stealing them if they're really good. And then number 3, just leave what was your favorite reaction out of the album, right? What reaction to what song made you look at or feel differently, better or worse towards the song? Let me know what you think down in the comments below. That's always going to be fun to interact with y'all. I'm ready to get into it. I know you guys were all over the comments talking about the second half of the album, has some of the best songs on it. We ain't even really tap into how good it's going to get. I want to eat. Let's go. First one up, we got the love song. Now look, this was predictable. This is featuring Wande Cole. It's either Wanda or Wande. Just correct me in the comments. Yeah, you guys were super dope with that too, with the translations as well as the pronunciations in the comment section for the last one. I, on behalf of the entire international viewership of the GSGang, appreciate y'all. Y'all do God's work every single day on this shit. I love it. Let's get into it though. We got the love song. Bye-bye. Yeah, like I was saying, we was expecting a little bit of the softer side of the guy. You know what I'm saying? Especially given the engagement and everything like that. Like this is on par with what we were expecting. Let's go. This sounded like a hit song already. As soon as that came on. I already said it, but translations in the comments, guys. Love y'all.
No lie. Allow me to introduce you to the love of my life. Hey, love her more than I love life. Yo, that's wifey. I feel nice. Swear down, that's my guy, my ride or die, my confidant. Gave her old school game that don't take on. I found me a 10, yo, who said that done? I smile just to calm me down. I used to feel like
this is fire. This is a different type of fire. All right, hold on, bring this back. Number 1, do y'all feel this is interesting? I think this is definitely more prevalent in South Africa than it is in Nigeria, at least from what I've observed. But I do feel like there is a lot of collaboration between indigenous hooks and verses with English hooks and verses. There's a lot of collaboration, or more collaboration, I would say, in the Nigerian hip-hop scene than in the South African hip-hop scene, and a lot of less controversy about it. Like what makes them, like, if you're really representing Nigeria, whether or not, you know, you're speaking in English or vernac, so on and so forth. Like I don't see that as much in this. Do y'all appreciate the fact that when he puts out an album that it is including indigenous, you know, verses and hooks and stuff like that, especially if you don't speak the language? You know what I mean? Like that, I feel like that's like a good look, right? Like we're bridging the gap at that point. I don't know. It's something I just thought about that, like I'm recognizing more and more as like these hooks come into it. It's like, man, this is catchy as shit. This sounds good as fuck. And you be into it, and I just be like, man, I don't know what he's saying. I've been grooving to this the whole time though. But like, I wonder, as you're listening to that as an MI fan, as someone who's been an MI fan and stuff like that, does that sit well with you? Is that like, man, I really like that he does that? Are you indifferent about it? Do you not notice it? Talk to me. Let me know. But this seems like a really playful verse we was about to get into. So let's go.
No
Also, this sounds like it's in a movie. This hook sounds so good. From the second this came on, I see like a montage. This sounds like a movie montage, right? Like a whole bunch of things going on while they running through the city and stuff like that. Like this is movie montage music. Yeah, let's go.
Allow me to introduce you to the love of my life. Hey, love her more than I love life. Yo, that's wifey, I feel nice. Swear down, that's my guy, my ride or die, my confidant. Gave her old school game, that Donkey Kong. I found me a 10, yo, who said that it can't be done? I smile just to calm me down. I used to feel like I don't belong, but now I feel like I'm the chosen one. Tell my old who's I'm done. When you hit a hole in one, got you feeling like you're the only one. Like you always young, but M.I. get sense to be dumb. That one, she the girl, she the one. That girl, she the girl, she the one.
Look, nah. This was an amazing verse. This was an incredible verse. I'm in. I love the shit out of this. You know what this is? This is 2022 high school kids truly madly deeply. That's what this is, dog. This is the love song that you're gonna have people be able to quote it, dedicating to their boo things and shit like that. Like that's what this one is. And he did it in a way that sounded cool. That he swagged the shit out of that verse. There was so much just drip and confidence and just like sincerity in that verse. That was a fun verse. With a good message, and it has utility in life. I'm telling you, this is gonna be one of those ones that like y'all don't burn CDs no more, shit like that. But like this is the one that the old school kids would have like burned the CD to and give it to them and shit like that. Like this is that good of a track, and it's easy to sing along to and stuff like that. Maybe not on the hook. I'm definitely gonna butcher that shit, but like the verse and stuff, like this was dope, dog. But he was moving on it too, right? Like it wasn't no R&B shit. Like he was actually moving on that. Let's go.
Brown skin. I'm a scale over mountains, just so you can know that you found him, and you always safe when you round him. Yeah, you don't have to be alone anymore. I'm here, and I got you. Yeah.
Look, this is like, look, man, you gotta paint the whole picture, right? This is like, you guys are laid up in the back of the car. You got like the seats down and shit like that. You guys just had a nice little date night. Like this give me that first love vibe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this is like, man, we be missing this. I gotta go back. We don't be dedicating songs to people no more. Shit. What's the last time you dedicated? What's the last song you dedicated to a female? That's not true. I dedicated Black Bones' Go Home to. Never mind. We here now. Let's keep going. This is beautiful. When music makes you realize that you just ain't shit. I think something that's going to go very unappreciated here is the complete abandonment of song structure on this track. We didn't get hook, verse, hook, right? Like this was really like, this was almost kind of like theater the way this was laid out, because we had Homeboy come in singing his heart out, right? We got maybe one verse from MI Only that was like in the middle of the track, and then kind of like a bridge just in like after that was really just like a bridge into the outro. This was like a musical piece as opposed to like your traditional hip-hop song. I like it. I feel like that's gonna go unappreciated. But when you have an understanding of music and you have an understanding of your craft and stuff like that, the better you get with it, the more comfortable you are. You're able to go and hop in on these different types of beats and different types of art pieces and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at the cat. Like, some people sound really good and really enjoy having like a drumless beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, get on your mood music tip. Let the guitar riffs come in and shit like that. Some people make it work. I like this, man. There's a lot. There's not much I would change about this. This was a solid like 9 for me. This is a solid 9 out of 10. Probably would be a 10 if I knew what he was saying on the hook and I could sing along with it. That would probably push me one way or the other. I'm reluctant to take points off for only having one verse. I think having a unique structure of the song adds to the replay value and takes away from the redundancy of the album. I like that a lot. 9 out of 10. I feel good about that one. I want to send this to somebody positively and brighten their day. Not normal scumbag shit. Let's go. Abaga, the inside, featuring the Cavemen and Fino. Let's get it. Let's get it. I know Fino's name. We've heard her before, right? Am I thinking of someone else? We've heard Fino before, right? I may be misremembering.
Master, I'm falling just for you, only for you, only you. So soggy come for you. Read between the lines, oh baby. Side by side.
So I don't like the high-pitched style, I guess it is. Like, this is definitely like a different delivery package. It definitely sounds like there's probably some cultural ties, you know what I mean, to the style of singing that is. Too high-pitched for the headphones. Kind of like makes me wince back every time that they hit the highest notes. Not super enjoyable.
Let's enjoy this lifestyle. I got no deep inside. Let's go deep inside. I got no deep inside. I got no deep inside. Let's go deep inside. I got no deep inside. Oko nemu, oko na banunu, imo bimo, ife neme. Cello come the goodie. I want make you smile, little mambo goodie. Listen on the book, on video on the bed. The people now I give me send you the bell. I got get there, I say I no go look back. Anything what you want, I say you no go lack. Only thing where I wanna make you them my side do. Keep it to the baby in a more heart attack. Man, no go think I'm cause I done it.
So like I couldn't even really pick up on like really good flows until this point now. Now it sounds like he's got like a nice melody to him. My issue with this one probably comes from the production side of things. Like there's a when you're making the beat and you're mixing and mastering and stuff like that, you have to equalize everything. And what that means is like when you have a vocal track, which is like you rapping or singing, right? You're gonna have spikes in the vocal track, and those spikes right at the top of them, you want to make sure that they don't like pierce your eardrums. You want to make sure that they're brought down. So once everything's said and done, depending on how they run their plugins and everything like that, through whatever program that they're using, they tend to curve off those sharper sounds so that you don't get that effect on the final product. And I don't know if I just maybe it's up too loud, wasn't meant to be to listen to in like this type of an environment with the headphones and everything like that, but the sharpness on some of the vocals on this is just genuinely unenjoyable.
Yo, that me make a do. If I get a boom, make I go deep inside your heart,
Yeah. If I start to talk about the way you make me feel, my voice go lost, my throat go dry. Tell your papa I'll be stopping by to collect your independence like 4th July. I love how you support the guy, and who you know got your back? Well, of course, the guy. Chief priest with the cow, girl I brought supply. Coca-Cola wedding budget, cola not go die. Chai. How blessed am I? Happiness full my chest, you know they stress my mind. Every wedding where I did now, my men's they smile. Like me they give them my bouquet, he the next in line. I know say your dress go fine, and when I post wedding picture, many girls go cry. Now we be player for this city like Kevin De Bruyne, but you Beyonce with the flex, getting married to the best to rhyme. And that's a big flex. You go they count money like fintech. And Insta blog no fit know where they go on for our love, our relationship tinted. Chi, you feel the high life. So grateful that now you were part of my life. Can't wait to introduce you as my wife. Hey, it's sweet for my heart, see my wife. Hey, it's caveman for me, it's female for me, mastercraft for me, my sweet girl honey, my playboy bunny, rub my tummy and then wine for me. Hey, yeah.
Interesting. I ended up not hating it. but I don't love it either. I want to blame the production and preference on this one. Maybe you guys who are able to translate for me, understand things a little bit better, maybe you guys will feel some type of way. I've heard this one referenced a lot. This one got tweeted out a lot. I had high expectations for it. A lot of people were loving it, so I know y'all took away something from this that you guys were really fucking with. Break it down for me in the comments. Break it down what it is you love about the song. For me, I gotta give this is probably the lowest scoring one by a long shot for me so far. I'm gonna give this one like a 4 out of 10. That's what I'm feeling. A little below average for me, especially from a production standpoint. I'm not in love with the sounds. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's definitely preference. The verse was dope. He definitely had his pillow talk voice on again. We didn't really get the rah-rah, but I think the tone matched with the overall vibe of the track. 4 out of 10. Moving on. Daddy, here we go with this shit. Look! Alright! I only included this one because of how mad I was. So look, we did a reaction to this. If you guys want a genuine first-time reaction to the song Daddy, go and check it out on the channel. I'm gonna listen again. And we're gonna do this. But I have a bone to pick with y'all, right? If you guys fuck with your fave, right? If you whoever it is that you stand, right, and they put out some terminology and you like it, don't use it with me. Just had somebody tweet me. I had 3 people that were like, while we were going and rolling this out, you guys can go and check the tweets, and they were like referred to me as Daddy, or I don't know. The whole thing was very weird. If you don't have a pink wig and a nose ring, don't call me Daddy. This is like, I don't know if it's cultural, etc, etc, etc. But I left it in to tell y'all to stop fucking calling me Daddy. And see, now that this is like the internet reverse psychology, right? Now motherfuckers are gonna keep doing it. Anyway, that shit was really weird to me, especially because I forgot about the song. So like I never went back to this again. I was not feeling it at first. It's not for me. This is for like the young TikTok kids and shit like that, and they were loving it. I seen like everybody was putting it out, and they were like, "Yo," they were doing the dances and shit. Like, that was dope to see. I love that people loved it, and I love that it solidified. Don't come to me for what's viral. Don't come to me to tell you what's gonna be popping with the kids and shit like that. That's not my role. My role is just own personal preference, right? But yeah, that shit was weird. I forgot about it, and they was like, "Daddy, you gotta come cook. We about to feed the kids." I was like, bro. What? Stop that. Bad. Alright, let's go. I'm gonna play it through again. I don't even remember what I disliked about it. I think he was cooking on it though, but let's go.
Yeah, get mine looking like mommy. Out here 7 like mommy.
That's right.
Hope you're getting your money. One time do it for daddy. Get mine looking like mommy. Out here 7 like mommy. Hope you're getting your money. One time do it for daddy.
I like the way you jiggle and bounce. I wanna pounce up on it. I give you any amount. When you put it down, wanna be the carpet on the ground. When you twerk, baby.
I remember now. You know what I will say is I like the progression of the beat. If you listen to the keys of the piano and the way that the beat unfolds, I do actually really enjoy the production on this one. I think it was the feature. I think it's the hook. I didn't like the concept of the whole daddy thing was a miss for me. But yeah, but that was go check the original reaction for what I was thinking about. Let's see if we can pull some enjoyment. I'm older, wiser. We've been into it, heard it a couple times on TikTok. Let's get a better vibe for it, right?
One time do it for daddy.
I like the way you jiggle and bounce. I wanna pounce up on it. I give you any amount. When you put it down, wanna be the carpet on the ground. When you twerk, baby, I'ma clap along to the sound. Wahala for who know they making dollar. I'm an African hero and superstar. Call me T'Challa, not your Allah, baby. Kizo Kibini Mujam Mutala Muhammad. Airport so we can take a trip to the Bahamas. Okay. Baby, do you know my favorite rap part? The shit.
You know what's crazy is like he was actually cooking on the verses. I do remember saying that it was really just the hook, the song, and the concept. Like proof of concept. It just was like a miss for me. But if we're looking at this objectively as an album, and you're looking at intersecting rhyme schemes, if you're looking at the multi-syllable rhyme schemes and shit like that, if you're looking at the real sneaky bars and shit that he was putting in there, like I'm gonna pull this back, like really pay attention to the structure of his writing on this. Is actually it's one of the harder ones from a pen standpoint at least, right? Like.
Up on it, I give you any amount. When you put it down, wanna be the carpet on the ground. When you twerk, baby, I'ma clap along to the sound. Wahala for who know they making dollar. I'm an African hero and superstar. Call me T'Challa, not your Allah, baby. Kizo Kibini Mujam Mutala Muhammad. Airport so we can take a trip to the Bahamas. Baby, do you know my favorite part? The shape when you walk is bigger than the state of New York. Wanna visit the inner city, wanna lay in the park, wanna go downtown to see if that's the way to your heart. I like the way you shaking the tin. When you in the room, nobody else is making a pin. You got a slam dunk body, girl, you breaking the rim. Trying to shoot my shot, baby, like I'm making a film.
Get my looking like mommy. Out here 7 like mommy. Hope you're getting your money. One time do it for daddy. Get my looking like mommy. Out here 7 like mommy. Hope you're getting your money. One time do it for daddy. We have finished them. Pepper them. Threaten them. Punish them. We have finished them. Pepper them. Threaten them. Punish them. We have finished them. Pepper them. Threaten them.
I think it's the deadpan delivery that gets me, right? Like the just like the low effort. I have someplace better to be right now than recording this one. That like really like threw me through a loop. I didn't think this was gonna be on the album. I remember now where I was like, oh, this might be just like some like hype up type track. I was wrong.
Punish them, we have finished them. Prepare them, threaten them, punish them.
Baby, you hotter than Tatashi. I wanna follow you everywhere, be your attache. I wanna get into the middle like Thomas Partey. You so gifted, let me know, is it your birthday? When I see you, I say praise the Lord. You tasty, smell.
I remember.
They like protest your love. I'm salivating, waiting for when it's my place to chop. You hurting the environment, girl, it's your waist is a problem. All I see is ass, like a simile. Shaking up and down like Pepper Curry, no stability. The way you shaking is making me go infinity. Stop pretending, say no way you do, I'm like the military. Baby, you know I find you quite charming. I wanna be good to your body like a vitamin. I know if you pass you even if I spend all night cramming. Wanna go Spanish on that ass to you, say ay papi.
Get my looking like mommy. Out here 7 like mommy. Hope you're getting your money. One time do it for daddy. Get my looking.
I wonder if this is like a translation, not translation, but I wonder if like the idea is that daddy has the same effect that Poppy does, because it doesn't. It does, like this. Someone calls you Poppy, it's just like empowering, right? It's got that like you feel like, you know what I'm saying, like you're in charge. You know what I'm saying? Someone calls you daddy, it sounds like there's a price tag attached to it. I don't know. My experiences have been fucking different, dog.
Like mommy. Out here 7 like mommy. Hope you're getting your money. One time do it for that. We have finished them. Pepper them. Threaten them. Punish them. We have finished them. Pepper them. Threaten them. Punish them. We have finished them. Pepper them. Threaten them. Punish them. We have finished them. Pepper them. Threaten them. Punish them.
It didn't even properly fade. It just like does like the movie out thing. Alright. 1 to 10. Look, I know y'all love it. Be honest. Don't give a fuck about my opinions. I was wrong on this one. This shit blew up and got everybody excited about it. Put your real score. Look, I think on the second listen now, I like the beat and the progression of the beat and the production kind of in general a lot. Alright. Vocals on the last verse could have been raised, kind of got drowned out by the beat a little bit. Was really the only thing production-wise that I feel like could have been tweaked. The artistic direction is a complete miss for me, right? I don't like the idea of the daddy thing. I don't like the hook. I don't like the deadpan delivery. That's all preference. That's not for me. It's like a 6. It's like a 6 out of 10. It's probably better. Like, I like it better than the Inside Now, you know what I'm saying, just because of the actual production value and we can laugh about it and stuff like that. I give it a 6. It's a 6. Alright, Soldier is the next one up. Soldier featuring Tomi Owo. I want the amount of like, you, if y'all don't know this about me, I'm a weeb. Like, all my tattoos are like video games and anime and shit like that, right? So like, the amount that it took me not to say ooh when I seen that, I hope y'all appreciate the effort that goes into this. All right, hold on. We got our first strike at the ads. Hope you guys are enjoying this, man. Let's get into it. We're about halfway done. Soldier's up. Let's get into it. Nope, I'm lying. It's muted. One more time. Bang. Third time's a charm.
Another day, another dawn, and you rise through the morning. See the sun high up where it belongs, but to you it's a warning. 'Cause at first light the battle begins. Every step to them you're patient. In the
Alright, this, hold up, bring this back. Who is this goddess? Her voice is, this sounds like a Marvel movie. This came on and I seen Endgame. I seen like armies about to just like clash with each other. This is that moment before shit pop off. Like, yo, like this sounds real ominous. Let's go. I'm locked in. This is a little different.
Another day, another dawn, and you rise through the morning. See the sun high up where it belongs, but to you it's a warning. 'Cause at first light the battle begins. Every step to them you're patient. In the now or never, you run or surrender. And this is your fight, your honor. Whenever you're ready, wonder. Fire under your feet. Don't let it bring you to your knees. This is your fight, your honor. Whenever you're ready, wonder. For life, for God and country. For love and family.
Lift your head, soldier. Pick your head up, soldier. Don't cry.
GSGang.
Lift your head, soldier.
Pick your head up, soldier, don't cry.
Yeah. They tell us boys don't cry, but they don't.
Alright, hold up. This, first of all, this beat screams Jesse Jacks. Can we like this had redemption playing in my fucking head as soon as this part came on right before this, right? I was like, the cavalry! I was about to go in. We was getting there, my guy. What is this? This is like a movie in and of itself. I'm like watching a film in my head right now, going through this. This don't even sound like no song shit. This sound like film. I don't know. This is I need a better word for it, but this sounds like film to me. Like, man, talk about being able to paint a picture with music.
Lift your head, soldier. Pick your head up, soldier. Don't cry. Lift your head, soldier.
Pick your head up, soldier, don't cry.
It's that too. That
Yeah. They tell us boys don't cry, but they don't tell us why. So when tears start to fill up my eyes, I wanna hide. We talk about it like it's a badge of honor or pride. But guess who is the leading victims of suicide? Is young men.
okay. Oh my god, every hair on my fucking body is standing up right now. All right, so we're getting into the deeper stuff. All right, jokes are over. Let's get into it now. The lead up and the tone of the track makes a lot more sense. Holy shit, let's go. This is the one where it's for me now. Like, if you guys missed it, I have my own blog site, the GSGang Spotlight, right? You guys can check it out. I actually think I usually have it pinned on my tweet on Twitter. We put together a dark room therapy playlist where I had MI as the leading track on it. Or we did with the entire playlist is about tapping into the mental health side of things, and it's called Dark Room Therapy. Definitely check it out. I had MI as the flagship track on that. I gave y'all 10 songs that just kind of like fit that scene mold that I had on the playlist I shared with y'all. We about to get into that. This is my bag. I love this shit though. Let's get into it.
Lift your head, soldier.
Pick your head up, soldier, don't cry.
Yeah. They tell us boys don't cry, but they don't tell us why. So when tears start to fill up my eyes, I wanna hide. We talk about
that just already, like, I feel like we can't just go past that. That's an insane way to start your verse, my guy. They say boys don't cry, but they don't tell us why. If your heart doesn't sink immediately when that starts, how out of touch with just society are you, dog? Like, that's different, man. That's why Daddy's a 6, right? Like, I like that stuff. It's fun, it's poppy, you know what I'm saying? We're laughing, we're smiling, we're making jokes and shit like that. But when you know that someone's capable of creating some shit like that, of putting lines like that together, the standard gets raised, my guy.
Get your head so low. Pick your head up, soldier, don't cry.
Yeah. They tell us boys don't cry, but they don't tell us why. So when tears start to fill up my eyes, I wanna hide. We talk about it like it's a badge of honor or pride. But guess who is the leading victims of suicide? Is young men who don't know the way to remote. Could be dealing with stress, or his heart could be broken. All this hardening starts partly when fathering our fathers, we carving them into hard men just starving for hope. And now the world is
Nah, come on!
But guess who is the leading victims of suicide? Is young men who don't know the way to remote. Could be dealing with stress, or his heart could be broken. All this hardening starts partly when fathering our fathers, we carving them into hard men just starving for hope. And now the world is changing rapidly, happily I embrace it. But learning how to be a good man is proven invasive. See toxic masculinity in it, we always suffer. But all I know is be tougher to feed and protect my lover. And yeah, it's what I was taught that I must be. And honestly, I wanna be better, but promise me that you can show me how and not punish or tarnish me. There's no laughing matter, no comedy. I'm asking.
Yo, that might be one of the greatest verses I've ever heard in my life. You know what's great about it too? Like, he's not approaching this from a high horse. He's not approaching it as a perspective of like, yo, I did it so anybody can do it. He's like, yo, like, this is not easy. Like, this, we gotta bring this back one more time. Hold up, this is the shit I want to spend time on talking about. Look, like I like ripping on, you know, the occasional cheesy line with y'all. I love it. I love the jokes. I love the comments back and forth. But at the end of the day, we're here for this. This is what we're here for. We're here for the bars. We're here for the beautiful music production, and we're here for the message, dog. Like, this guy has the ear of so many people in general, right? I want to say youths, but it's not just the youths, because the older that you get, like, if you don't acknowledge shit from when you were a youth, it's still there. Like, that doesn't go away. Trauma doesn't go away. Pain doesn't go away. Conversations don't get had if you don't have them. You don't just magically one day get it if you don't work at it. Like, it's not like I'm in my fucking bag right now. I like it here. Let's go. I want the whole thing one more time. Let's go.
Get your head so low. Pick your head up, soldier, don't cry.
Yeah. They tell us boys don't cry, but they don't tell us why. So when tears start to fill up my eyes, I wanna hide. We talk about it like it's a badge of honor or pride. But guess who is the leading victims of suicide? Is young men who don't know the way to remote. Could be dealing with stress, or his heart could be broken. All this hardening starts partly when fathering our fathers, we carving them into.
Look, I feel the need to say this while we're on this. If you are relating to this, by all means, reach out to somebody and get help. Right? And we say get help, it sounds bad. Like, people are like, oh, I don't need help. The toxic masculinity kicks in. Oh, I know I do. Like, listen to what he's saying. The point of having this conversation, the point of putting that onto a song, why would you do that? Why, if you're having this vulnerability, if you know that it's viewed as weakness, right? Why would you put that out in song? What do you think the reason is? The reason is to let you know that you're not alone. The reason is so that somebody who you may look up to, right, as a musician, as an artist, as a celebrity, as a man who is successful in a situation that may be less than ideal, right, and still managed to find success, still struggles with this type of stuff. If somebody that has, like, everybody assumes what, like, money will change everything. I just had a couple dollars, everything goes away. It's everybody's, I'm included in that. You give me a couple dollars, I feel like whatever mental health shit I have going on, I'll get over it. I'll tough it out. I'm just like that too. Why would he do that though? To give you an out, to let you know it's okay, to give you that, like, yo, it's all right to talk to somebody. I had to do it. I'm doing this too. You, like, you may or may not look at me in some type of way, but I want you to know that even as somebody who is in this position, this is what I had to go through, and this is how we're doing it. Like, it's, bro, like, it's okay to talk to people. It's okay to get help. It's okay to cry. Like, I cried the last 2 minutes of every Scrubs episode. I still shoot somebody. I don't give a fuck. Like, dog, it's not, they don't go hand in hand. Like, it's like, ah, man, I love this topic. Let's go.
hard men just starving for hope. And now the world is changing rapidly, happily I embrace it. But learning how to be a good man is proving evasive.
See, like that's the one right there. That line makes the entire message digestible because it's not didactic. It's not coming from a place that's preachy. It's not coming from a place that's looking down on you. Like even like trying to be a good man has proven like I'm still fucking up. I still say some things, right? Like he'll look, man. I could go on. Let's listen to him talk. You don't want to hear me say it. Let's listen to him say it.
With stress, or his heart could be broken. All this hardening starts partly when fathering our fathers, we'd carving them into hard men just starving for hope. And now the world is changing rapidly, happily I embrace it. But learning how to be a good man is proving evasive.
And that's what I'm talking about. Like, I'm happy to see the change. When I say I love this topic, it's not that I love that people are struggling. It's not that I love that men are suffering and the leading cause of suicide is unchecked mental health. It's not that. I love that it's being talked about. I love that we have leaders who are in a position that people listen to the message that they're putting out and they choose to take the time to address this message, even though it may or may not change the way certain demographics view you, specifically in the realm of hip-hop. Like, let's call a spade a spade. This is not exactly the most openly progressive-minded unit of people that you could possibly be communicating with, right? And it's like, man, to do that in that arena, in that scenario, that succinctly and concisely, like, there's no mincing his words on this. This is not, he's not leaving this open for interpretation. This is not art. This is a PSA. Like, it's different, dog. I like this shit.
Masculinity in it, we always suffer, but all I know is be tougher to feed and protect my lover. And yeah, it's what I was taught that I must be. And honestly, I wanna be better, but promise me that you can show me how and not punish or tarnish me. It's no laughing matter, no comedy.
See, and listen to that. Like, yo, I'm willing to learn, but talk to me. Explain to me what we're having conversations about. In today's climate, that part is key. That part is key in bridging communications, right? If you have somebody who's still absorbed with less progressive thinking and thinks that the toxic masculinity way is the correct way, you're not gonna get through to that person by like berating them and telling them that they're bad for thinking the way that they have always thought. You do it by having a conversation and explaining the whys behind everything and shit like that. And unfortunately, the most polarizing people from any position, right? If you have like the fucking insert random weird feminist chick that's like screeching at strangers because she's not getting her way, like we all know that person, right? That person has never convinced a single person of anything in their entire life. It's performative and it's probably unchecked mental illness, right? But the message of what they're trying to get across of like, yo, like let's go for equality, let's go for like equal rights, let's go for protecting women who are in vulnerable situations, let's go for checking behaviors of a society that make other members of society uncomfortable to walk alone at night and shit like that, right? But you don't get those messages. Like, most people are willing to have civil conversation and discourse on a topic that they may not agree with if it's delivered in a certain manner, right? Like if it's in a digestible manner. And like what he just said right there, dog, like, yo, don't attack me. I'm not gonna listen to nothing you have to say. You get punched in your fucking mouth. Don't attack me. Don't try and tell me that the way that I'm doing is wrong, because you know what? I'm alive right now. I made it to this point in my life being the way and surviving the way that I've come to this way to survive. You don't know what no one's gone through with shit. But like, yo, if you talk to me, we can make progress. We can listen. This is dope, man. I'm talking too much, I know, but I like this is the one for me.
And now the world is changing rapidly, happily I embrace it. But learning how to be a good man is proving evasive. See, toxic masculinity in it, we always suffer, but all I know is be tougher to feed and protect my lover. And yeah, it's what I was taught that I must be. And honestly, I wanna be better, but promise me that you can show me how and not punish or tarnish me. It's no laughing matter, no comedy. I'm asking for a friend. Yeah.
Make your head up so that don't cry. Get your head so make your head up so that don't cry.
The layering over the guitar riff is a lot, but it's not bad. It's heavily layered, but it's not bad.
This is for the fathers, the husbands, the soldiers, the workers, the young men trying to be good, to find purpose in the world, telling you to be strong or else you're worthless. There's hurt that we brought to the earth, just scratch the surface. I asked 10 of my female friends to share their lens, to tell me what it's like to be them, to get a sense. 6 of them had been raped and all 10 had been assaulted. I halted, I couldn't believe how we have faltered. 95% of crimes and loss of life are by us. We the killers, we the cults, the gangs, the cops, the serial murders. We the ones at night, making the world unsafe, when what we need is the sun for light. I'm penning this, hoping that when you reminisce, we can start from the genesis. Every man should be feminist, fighting to make the world a better place.
This is interesting. So he says that all men should be feminists, and I could already see that this is going to cause some controversy in the comments, because I've made similar comments to you guys before, and I've had very good conversations actually with the GSGang about it. And I think I've already said a majority of what I want to say about that, in that it's the way that the message is delivered, right? When you say everyone should be a feminist, they see the pink hair, nose ring, screeching shit. They don't see 2 grown men, or they don't see this. This is what it should look like. It should look like a father sitting down having a conversation with his son about respecting others. That's what it should look like. It should be about understanding how you are perceived by the female gender in scenarios that of uncomfortability and shit like that. You know what I mean? It has to do with like understanding, like teaching your son what's appropriate workplace behavior. You know what I'm saying? It's about teaching each other. You know what I'm saying? Like what's an acceptable joke to say in certain company. Like I was raised with like you don't cuss in front of fucking women and shit like that. Like I wasn't raised like that. Like I guess I kind of was, but like we're not gonna talk about my upbringing. But like that's what that would look like in an ideal society, is brothers checking each other for truly toxic behavior, not the little shit, right? This is not like I still say the word bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like I still communicate, but there's a difference between trying to be disrespectful and directly disrespecting somebody, and what your intent around your mannerisms and shit like that is. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I could do this entire conversation about this. It's interesting that he's going that far as to say those statements, but this triples down on what I said earlier, in that it means more when you are willing to use your platform to put out this type of progressive thinking and these type of conversations, because just the way that we're breaking this down now, people will listen to this whole verse, only hear that one line, and only react and tweet and comment about that one line, and not the 5,000 gems that led up to it. And that's part of what the channel is here for. You know what I'm saying? That's part of what we're doing here. This is an incredible track, though.
10 of my female friends to share their lens, to tell me what it's like to be them, to get a sense. 6 of them had been raped and all 10 had been assaulted. I halted, I couldn't believe how we have faltered. 95% of crimes and loss of life are by us. We the killers, we the cults, the gangs, the cops, the serial murders. We the ones at night.
See, this is part of the topic that I feel like should have been, if you want to get a point across, right? Like I feel like there's a really good point to be made here. I've never walked at night, right, and seen like a gang of chicks sitting on the side and me felt uncomfortable about it. I may be inclined to walk over there and see what's popping. I might have a conversation. I might drop some bars, be like, perhaps you know me from the internet. Please Google me, right? Like that might be. But at the same instance, you take that same exact scenario, and they take you as a listener, as a man, if you're a man listening to this, and you walk in and you have that same group of people, but there's just a whole bunch of fucking men sitting there. Your entire like everything changes, right? Like your awareness, you're just like alertness, especially depending on where you grew up and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like in Philly, like we're not going over there just trying to make friends and having like that's not the vibe. You know what I mean? So like, I think this message is best digested in its entirety from beginning to end. Please don't pick and choose your battles on this one, because the overall message is important, and it's only going to really tie together the way that it's meant to when you don't try and willfully misunderstand it. Does that make sense? Let's go.
About us, we the killers, we the cults, the gangs, the cops, the serial murders. We the ones at night, making the world unsafe, when what we need is the sun for light. I'm penning this, hoping that when you reminisce, we can start from the genesis. Every man should be feminist, fighting to make the world a better place. I know it's hard to see you cover your tears, but what you gonna do about those scars?
I see you covering those tears, but what are you gonna do about those scars? Holy shit, I wish I wrote that. That was fire. God damn. We need a minute on that one. He said, alright.
Lift your head, soldier. Pick your head up, soldier. Don't cry. Lift your head, soldier.
So like the drum roll and everything in this is like really reminding me of something else, and I can't figure out what it is. And I think like in my head it's taking me back to Eminem's Soldier, just because the name of the songs are the same. And like I have no idea if that's on purpose or not, as like in a producer illusion, you know what I'm saying, with the title and everything like that. But the drum kit, like the distinct pattern of the drum here, is like, it sounds like it's almost like sampled from something. And it's like really reminding me of a different song. I can't put my finger on it.
Lift your head, soldier. Lift your head, soldier. Lift your head, soldier.
Good fade. Really good fade. Slowly pulls back each level of instrumentation to let you like sit there and think about it. It's probably the best fade on the album. So, yeah, this is a 10. This is a 10. If you say otherwise, you're fucking out of touch with reality, and I don't really care about your opinions anymore. This was incredible. What would you say? The singing was incredible. The vocals were amazing. The production was top notch. The writing was as good as writing is going to get on the topic. Like, it's a 10 out of 10. Like, that was absolutely incredible. I think more people should sit with this. I think this should be, this would be one of those songs that get included in that type of a playlist. You know what I'm saying? Like we were talking about earlier. This is a 10 out of 10. Damn. All right. Hold on. That was just Soldier. Why is this Soldier? What is that? One of these probably just went to the next song on its own. Did I fuck up? Who is not fucked up? Raise your hand. No? Alright, we're good. We only got 2 left. Oil, featuring, what was that, Benson? And FKA, formerly known as Buju. Alright, let's get it. Oil. We got the horns. What's your Pink Panther ass? Alright, I see you. This shit's smooth. Man, look, to take the end of Soldier and the elongated decompression at the end, and to then pair that with the following track with the very easing and gentle build up in the beginning of this, that's fantastic artistic direction. I like that a lot. Especially because, man, you're still going to be, like, mentally, if you're doing an album review, you're still going to be mentally on the previous track. And you're not, like, if he just came in, if Daddy would have came after this, it'd have been a travesty. You know what I mean? Like this is, I don't know what the song's about yet, but it feels real appropriate right now.
Back then, many people judgmental.
He scared the shit out of me. Oh, fuck. Why did I pause it right before that? Alright, my bad. Let's go. We back at it.
Back then, many people judgmental. Only to reap but then far. Want to so I won't go far. On my pain now, I lay it on the instrumental. All in my head can't lie. I swear back then they thought I was going mental. Only to reap but then far. But you see now, see everything going proper. All in my head can't lie. I am blessed, I am blessed. From my head to my steps. Bulletproof on my chest. All in my head can't lie. I am blessed, I am blessed. From my head to my steps. Bulletproof on my chest. All in my head can't lie.
His voice sounds very, very soft on this. This is probably one of the most this is probably one of the cleanest that his like vocal tracks have actually sound in terms of like smoothness. You know what I mean? Like the actual texture of his voice sounds vocalisty here, not like melodic rapper with a plug-in. You feel me?
Yeah, anointed, sent forth for a time that's appointed. Pray for me, they wanna prey on me, hunted. Enemies surround me by the hundred. Last year I was betrayed by my guys. Lost some relationships, they capsized. I emerged from the water clean and baptized. Spread my wings like playing a back five. God, tell me why I'm pursuing.
That'll lose that play on words between like the sinking ship and leading into the fucking baptism. That was like a really, really good progression of concepts. Bring that one back one more time. I like that.
Yeah, anointed, sent forth for a time that's appointed. Pray for me, they wanna prey on me, hunted. Enemies surround me by the hundred. Last year I was betrayed by my guys. Lost some relationships, they capsized.
Who was he betrayed by though? Like, what are we talking about? I need the tea. I need the tea coming in the interview. Who are we talking about on this?
Emerged from the water clean and baptized. Spread my wings like playing a back five. God, tell me why I'm persecuted. He said it's only those who've been recruited. Often it makes it harder for his favorite students. But he will only give you pressure knowing you get through it. And that's a blessing. I'm highly favored, man. Counting my blessings like Abraham. Whole family good with major plans. The oil in my head, I raise my hands. Many people judgmental. Only to reap but then far. Want to so I won't go far. On my pain now, I lay it on the instrumental. All in my head can't lie. I swear back then they thought I was going mental. Only to reap but then far. But you see now, see everything going proper. All in my head can't lie. I am blessed, I am blessed. From my head to my steps. Bulletproof on my chest. All in my head can't lie. I am blessed, I am blessed. From my head to my steps. Bulletproof on my chest. All in my...
I don't like. It's kind of like the tail end of the hook, I guess. I really like that. I don't know, that part is like, it's just enjoyable. I don't know. It just makes me feel good listening to that part.
Still alive. My mother's still alive. I'm grateful for their life. I know they've sacrificed. We know to get money. I know you did for me. Please bless my family and my friends, and bless my company. I know they ask you for too much. You've done so much for me. I know get sponsor or big brother. Now you they sponsor me. I'm just so grateful, I'm grateful. That's why I go on my knees. Long as your oil is on my head, no one can conquer me.
I'm not gonna make any new fans off of my comments on this song, but I don't really care either, because that's what we're here for, right? We're here to keep it a buck with you. Let's talk about what we liked. Number one, artistic direction. I think the leading of this song, sonically, not message-wise, but sonically, from Soldier into Oil, works really, really well. I think the voices between the two of them work really, really well. I think that they complement each other extremely well. And I'm gonna leave it at that. I think the hook was good. Obviously dropped the translations. What I don't like about it, and what rubs me the wrong way, is two things. There's two major things. The biggest one being the hypocrisy of it. And I'm comfortable saying this. I don't give a fuck. On the last one on Soldier, we're talking about accountability, right? We're talking about men being men, accepting accountability for the way that they're perceived in the world and their actions and how they make others feel and how we grow as a community and as a people. On Oil, this whole concept of like, God's just testing, like bad things happen to you because it's predetermined. God tests his strongest devout believers or whatever like that, right? So you're going to take the same girl who got raped on Soldier. And on Soldier, we're going to say that that is the fault of man. We're going to say that that is because people are fucking evil and disgusting and we're not raising each other right, and that's the reasoning. And then on Oil, you're going to kind of basically cop out and just be like, honey, God works in mysterious ways. Because you're strong enough to get through it, that's why you were raped. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, look, I don't get on the debate tip with religion or politics. Those are not my twist, right? I encourage everybody to believe what they want to believe as long as it doesn't affect others, and I encourage like in general about whatever, right? That's just my stance. I'm not one of those guys. But to put those messages directly back to back, I don't know. Maybe is the analytical brain of mine at it? Because intent matters. I know that his intention. I know that the intention of the song was not to avoid accountability in bad scenarios. I know that that's not the purpose. And this is kind of like I talked about before, how some people will willfully misunderstand you. You could make an argument that I am willfully choosing to interpret it that way instead of just taking it as like a get them next time, Tiger. You're strong enough for this. Things get better eventually type shit. Like I get it. I get it. And if you want to make that argument that that's what I'm doing, that's fine. I'll take that on the chin. I'll continue to have the conversation with somebody else. I'll take that L. That's fine. But like, as an intelligent thinking person, it didn't sit well with me. The amount of thought that went into Soldier versus the thought that went into putting the song right afterwards. My own personal opinion. All right, Oil's not for me. With that being said, the song sounds nice. The second thing I didn't really like about it was like if you have a similar type of delivery, and pen-wise, Soldier wrote this one under the ground. Like it's not even close, bar for bar. Bar for bar, Soldier had like such concise concepts and shit like that. And it's not to say that like now I feel like I'm being a hater and shitting on it. I'm not. What do y'all score this? 1 to 10. Let me know what y'all scores are. Like, it wasn't bad. I'm not going to score terrible because of that. I'm going to give it a 7.5. I'm going to give it a 7.5. But that's me being mature. That's me trying to, like, really be objective and try to keep my feelings out of it, right? Because my feelings are, like, irritated, right? My feelings are like, man, take this shit the fuck off. Let's go back to having intelligent conversations and not blaming God for everything bad that comes in our life. Like, we were doing so good. It's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back type thing. You know what I mean? Like, we go to make progress as a people, but you're still blaming invisible entities for things that are happening instead of holding each other accountable. I don't like that. You take that out of it, musically, it's fine. Like I'm not shitting on it musically at all. Moving on. More life. We're coming up to the end of it. I should just cut that whole thing out, but we too far. We came there, man. And my Abaga, More Life featuring GSGang and Ice Prince. Let's go. Oh, this might be, is this the first time I'm hearing Ice Prince? I think Ice Prince, we know, it's not my first time hearing him. We've definitely done songs that he was featured on before. Maybe 1 or 2, right, from like the Illegal Music series. Shout out to GSGang. If you guys missed my interview with Jesse, that shit was super, super dope. Yo, like, what a down-to-earth dude. That conversation went better than I could have imagined. We had a beautiful, beautiful interview. He opened up to me about his music, his family. He gave gems for the youth and shit like that. Check that out, right? That interview, I walked out of that interview just like proud that we were part of that conversation and stuff like that. Like, that was super dope. So much love, more life to GSGang. And he told me to get on Ice Prince. The first, like, he told me I need to stop sleeping on Ice Prince. I need to get on him. So I'm glad that we're gonna go and dive into it with this now. Also, the guy is on this. He's probably gonna do his thing. Let's get into it. This is how you send an album off, right? Your boys are back in town, baby. You put them all on the same track. Let's go.
Real life, real time, real words, real vibe, real energy. It's been a long time coming. Judo, M higher.
Yeah. Sunshine, sunshine, smoke and red wine. Fuck your bad vibes. I no get time.
Let's go! Oh, that's how you send an album off, my guy. One more time.
It's been a long time coming.
Right?
Judo, M higher.
Yeah. Sunshine, sunshine, smoke and red wine. Fuck your bad vibes. I no get time. I've been on my grind, I've been hustling a long time. Niggas can't see me like all of them gone blind.
Hold on! Hold on! Who made this beat? Why does it sound that crazy? I'm gonna have to break down every fucking part of this now. Let's go, man. I'm trying not to pause it. That was fire. The production on this is where it needs to be. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah. I've been on my grind, I've been hustling a long time. Niggas can't see me like all of them gone blind. Me, I know they for your stress and no consign. I've been way bigger than all of you combined.
Talking shit!
Let me live my life. You live your life. So some more life. We do this shit for life.
This is all Ice Prince so far because he sounds really good, dog. Like, there's a certain level of polishedness to how he sounds on a track, right? Like, there's like, I'll give you a perfect example that I can relate to, right? When I do the intro to my video and shit like that, I can tell when the cadence is off, right? I can tell, like, I've done it so many times, it's like, we probably redo that one real quick, like, blah, 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 it's a little bit off. We just let it go. I can tell that it's off. He sounds like he had, like, my takeaway from this is just the way that he's so comfortable on the track. He sounds like he knows exactly where he's at any given time, and it comes together sounding very, very clean. Nothing rushed or forced about it. The entire thing is very fluid, and it gives you that feeling that's like, yo, this was meant to sound this way. Does that make sense? Like, this, like when I hear like Budden go in, right? Like, and he has a way of talking and maneuvering words that's just like, man, these words sound like they were supposed to be used in this sentence in this way. It matches up so perfectly. That's the vibe that I just got so far from the first minute of this track. Like, everything just felt like it fell in line just so perfect the way that it was supposed to be. Like, that was really dope. Bring this back. Shout out to Ice Prince.
Yeah. Let me live my life. You live your life. So some more life. We do this shit for life. On my life, me I no want to stress for my life. You do me wrong, well it's your right. Me I no get the strength to come fight. If you don't value me, it's alright. Me I no fit negotiating my price. You can't stop me, no matter how black your heart. You no go fit to stop the sunrise. Me I no get the enemy now. It's just good vibes and family round.
Let's go!
Bring my energy down. We been drinking and splitting this loud. Jagger came through with the high grade. Oh, if you hit it, then your eye gonna dilate. Oh, we see bad vibes come.
Yo, in the Jesse Jags interview, I asked him, I was like, yo, man, because like he made a comment, he made like an offhand comment about like people giving him shit and stuff like that. And I asked him straight up, I was like, yo, like the world is coming around, especially to like marijuana use and stuff like that. I was like, are you still getting shit? And he's like, not really. The people who used to give me shit be smoking with me now. Like, let's go. I don't know why, it just reminded me of that moment. That's funny as shit. Let's
Vibes
go.
and family round. You know fit bring my energy down. We been drinking and spitting this loud.
Could you imagine if Jesse Jags was your plug? Like, you know how fire that's gotta be? Like, yo, let me hit up Jags real quick.
Jagga came through with the high grade. Oh, if you hit it, then your eye gonna dilate. Oh, we see bad vibes coming and we migrate. Oh, yeah. No, I come with my Mustang. No, yeah.
If you're smoking weed and your eyes are dilated, they are lacing that shit, my guy.
On my own grind, smoking weed, sipping red wine. Enemy come next time. So much shit I let fly from time. One life. Let me live my life and you live your life. Let's toast some more life. We do this shit for life, for life.
It is a really beautiful concept, especially following my little rant that I feel like is gonna rub the religious, zealots the wrong way. But it's like, at the end of the day, this is my message. Is this? I live my life, you live your life. Let's both live more life. Like, it's a beautiful concept to end that rant with. I feel really good about that, right? Like, I feel good about the progress of our conversation. It's me talking to the computer, but we're gonna be it's gonna be a conversation once we post it. You know what I mean? Like, I like that aspect of it.
Emperor, come now. Yes, this is a fucking album, like sort of feeling like when you.
Did he summon Jesse to the track? Hold up. Yo, the guy got a superpower. He's summoning Jesse Jags on command. Let's go.
For life, for life. Emperor, come now. Yes. This is a fucking album, like sort of feeling like when you board a flight across the border, right? Smoking and sipping on wine, brother, when we record tonight. More than hype, niggas follow like my fucking word is like rolling. Fuck them niggas who be trolling, smoking, open, kept a nigga hoping, floating, staying wide awake on the Boeing, knowing you all can't see where we going. Revolutionary, MI and Jags, we keep patrolling. Seas them are growing, seas them are flowing. Blessed is he who believes and he's showing, knowing that every sweet moment is stolen. Experience life, every memory is golden. Family's free, but your friends get chosen. Man tryna kill.
Let's go. Bring it back.
My growing, seas them are flowing.
The whole rest of this track is just Jags snapping the fuck off. Okay, I see you. It's an interesting decision to end the album. Like, first of all, I want to make it very clear that I'm not against this decision. I think y'all come in here, drop some very beautiful melodic shit, sounding super smooth. You make it a good song, and then you just let Jesse come in and like, hey yo, you got like a minute and a half, 2 minutes here. Fuck it up. Unleash the Kraken. Let him fucking go. I like it. I'm here for it.
And he's showing, knowing that every sweet moment is stolen. Experience life, every memory is golden. Family's free, but your friends get chosen.
That's your merch. There's your merch line right there. You put it on a shirt. Family's free, but your friends get chosen. Like, look, let's go. Let's cook.
Man, cause he knows and behold him, and when we see the devil, we expose him.
To be for real, that whole and when we see the devil, we expose him ties in perfectly with the message that we were pushing out with Soldier. Like, this is an amazing track. This feels good. This is, and I feel like for those of y'all who like came up to with like the Chalk City Boys and shit like that, like I feel like there's got to be just a good feeling in your heart, right? Like it's got to just sit well. It's like I can imagine like if the locks ain't come together for a minute, you know what I'm saying, and then we suddenly get a track together, like. It's got one of those feelings to it, and it's quality. So you got like this is we in there. This is dope. This is a good way to end the album.
Toast to more life. We do this shit for life. For life.
Good fade to it. The guy! The oh my god, let's go. The piano keys into the coin flip as the end of the album. That was hot. That was hot. I like this. Let's go. 1 to 10. What do y'all got? What do y'all got? Down in the comments. Is it 10? Stop it. Is it 10? What a moment. What a great way to end the fucking album. This was dope. Let's do the scores. Y'all not about to have me add on camera. 9 plus 4 plus 6 plus 10 plus 7.5 plus 10. 46.5. You're 46.5. Right? Plus 51. Bang. 97.5 out of a possible 120 is my final score. It looks like it says minus. That is not the case. 97.5 out of a possible 120. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know down in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed it. What was your favorite part of the journey? I am going to go, and the next album we give you guys should be another joint review with my brother Elijah, so definitely look out for them. Keep an eye on the channel. As always, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I will catch y'all on the next one. Let's go. This was fun.